I know you have to ride the meme. It gets you exposure, everything else. I understand. I don't fault you. I'm just saying I'm going to be over here enjoying the other hashtags, right?
All right. Intense
nice to
game
have top players in the chat, though. Or people who are close to it if they feel they're not. I don't know. I'm not trying to put any pressure on you now. And we got 2 more right here, honestly. Luma, Kasmir. Kasmir XPGR, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Number like 20 or so.
Yeah, and Luma was definitely top 150 Orion rank. I don't remember their number. I want to say 115, but that's a guess, and I don't want to slight them, so. Yeah.
Top 2 competitors either way.
Yeah, for sure. Luma mentioned, someone claimed that Luma might go Aegis against Kasmir. I don't know if that's true or not, but I fully respect starting with the Rob, because that's your bread and butter.
Yeah.
Or in this case, your scrap iron and metal, your gyro and your laser. I will say this. Mega Man up air seems really, really good at dealing with Rob's snare if you can get under him. Like, a lot of characters don't want to be... What coverage? Sometimes I feel bad commentating Kasmir sets because I feel like I'm not adding to the game plan. I can just let it speak for itself. But then I remember there are new people here who might not know what's going on, so...
Yeah. No, I remember one of the things that got me like super invested in this game early on was Chan, who also plays Mega Man, like commentating Kasmir and being like, "Oh, these are all the things he's doing." Like that's really cool. I didn't see that, you know.
Yeah, leaf shield from ledge, very strong option if you're near the ledge. If you're far enough away to punish it, when he lands, he's got some like landing lag, and then you can get a solid punish a lot of the time. But ooh, yeah, reflector on that arm rotor is going to stop the lemon. The lemon would have saved him if it didn't reflect, but.
Just shutting down these legs.
Exactly. If you're in the lemon range, that's where things get tricky for Rob. When you can get outside the lemon range, or when you can get in CQC where you can get that down tilt going, that's where you're going to see Luma make big plays. Also, Rob's recovery is considered really good. Mega Man can throw a lot of things at Rob to run him out of gas and actually gift him or spike him with down air.
Yeah.
Like a lot of Robs will defend themselves with double jump up air to stop people from trying to spike through the ledge. Mega Man's down air does not care. Like even if it does care, even if it gets hit, you are still going to be not hit as Mega Man because you're so great punish there. Arm rotor's through the to reflect it, but it didn't. It has enough lag to get punished. Kasmir tries to hold center stage there, but Luma snakes his way through a bunch of the projectile obstacle course.
Ooh, that's gonna be good punish, but not
hilariously, if he hadn't B-reversed that and still hadn't gotten hit, that actually would have killed because he would have been facing backward to back air. Huh. However, forward air is more reliable and a much better hitbox. Like back air is really good horizontally, but it's thin. So it's easier to landing forward air someone than to landing bare them when they have an active hitbox going. But this game's been super close the whole way, you know. I get the feeling like someone was just trolling me when they said Luma might go Aegis or whatever. Because he's making this look, well, I mean, Kasmir has chip damaged him into 60.
Oh, we got clip.
Waited for the air dodge in, didn't get it. Kasmir sometimes will just wait and let you hoist yourself on your own petard. Lots of clips of that. The key to that, by the way, is to not get caught shielding in the first place, so crouch in the corner a lot. That's how you avoid it most consistently, although he might start covering that. He does against beam. But once you start doing that, that's when you can open back up to roll in, the spot dodge, etc. But his reaction time is at least good, and Mega Man has very strong, fast punishes. Laggy, but fast.
That was a bit of a whirlwind of an advantage that he got.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't, like, he's landed, like, one killing blow that didn't kill, but otherwise he's literally just been like, what if I just don't let you hit me?
Yeah.
And that'll kill. A 2-stock from Kasmir that, you know, you go back to the middle of stock 2, it looks like it could be a 2-stock the other way if Luma hits some rocks. Yeah, Luma is from St. Louis, not MI.
Hold on, I need a quick check transportation on my end. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no problem. Take your time. I can ride solo a bit. Being able to get home, getting able to get to and from an event safely is more important than having 2 guys or girls talk over some other people playing video game. So, flying solo for a bit. Hope people don't mind the commentary. If they do, feel free to speak up or at me on Twitter or something. I get it. I'll try to work on that, but it's not really about me. It's about the players, because that's what Winners Finals is here for. So, we got the top. We got the. Okay, so there is a secondary coming out. It's not the one I expected. This character was considered traditionally bad for Mega Man on early release. I know Palu's gotten nerfed. Mega Man's gotten nerfed. So, don't know how this works now. I don't know how good Bear is at stuffing through lemons, but I'm sure Bear is a godsend. Mega Man's Bear is also a godsend though. Frame 4 combos into grab at low percents. If you land with it, combos into up tilt at high percents.
All right. Oh, we got the.
Yeah, got a switch. I mean, so the thing is, that game was really good for 2 stocks, and then it wasn't. And I think Luma doesn't want that to repeat again. But now this game looks really good to start for Luma as well.
Yeah.
And this is a matchup where Mega Man's lack of an escape option really shows. Doesn't have a proper combo breaker of any kind. Pretty sure up special is invincible like frame 5 or 6, so it doesn't actually escape anything that air dodging doesn't. So that'll go. Yeah. That's a good. You have to play around Metal Blade at the mid range, and it's infuriating with a lot of characters. Thankfully, as Cloud, I often just catch it with my back air by luck. But you know, I see so many people get hit by that confirm, and I usually don't getting hit by everything else. That's the other thing. I get hit by everything else not playing around that. So at some point, you're going to cover what you think he's going to do, and he's going to go for that and just die. That's easy. Wonderful. Wow, almost another forward smash. So Lula has a 6 stunts to these, it seems. Yeah, Warp really, really good against Mega Man's disadvantage. Rob does not have a button like that. Can't quite confirm off the crash bomb from Luma's good defensive movement and DI, but finds a leaf shield. That move is really good. And I don't imagine Kyle has any good buttons to contest that besides counter and fair, maybe? I mean, up air probably
Dash attack invincible's through it probably, right?
True, actually. I forgot. Dash attack seems really good at dealing with that. Now I mentioned that falling up air is so good because it catches jump and it kills it. Ooh!
Speaking of catching things.
I'm pretty sure if you get a warp that's slightly angled down, you can have no 2-frame window. I know that was in Smash 4, and I believe it's still in this game. But that was just a horizontal one, so you could still hit that, and that's why Kasmir got that stock.
I think if I'm correct in this game, I think it's slightly up into the slightly up and diagonal.
Yeah, well, it has to be going down so much. I know if you're going up, it's always there. But you can go down, and it can go straight down. You can go down diagonal. You can also warp all around like Luma's doing. But the problem is that when you warp like that and end up away from Kasmir, you're still in lemon range.
Yeah.
His mid-range is phenomenal. It's phenomenal with other characters, too. I've played his Aegis and other stuff. And his Snake, oh, God. I'm sure AK would love to watch his Snake, maybe steal a couple things. Now, don't get me wrong. AK is the better Snake. Nobody's arguing that. But Kasmir has a very interesting play style. And I think that if you're paying close attention, you can learn something almost every time you watch him play, no matter who you main.
Yeah. Every time I see a Snake on the screen, I'm gonna be honest, I'm happy. That's a fun character.
That said, though, I'm happy that Luma's experimenting with these characters, and we talked about it earlier with Maya. Sometimes what you're used to isn't necessarily gonna work, and you can throw your opponent off with a switch yourself. And Luma very far from out of this game. Down throw, gonna take the bear. Let's say you probably still get 2 nairs on Mega Man. And yeah. Ooh, the read. I might also be messing around. AK might simply know everything about Snake. I shouldn't sell him short, now that I think about it. But speaking of not selling people short, Luma's one good edge guard away from taking this game.
Well, one good back throw or up tilt away from losing.
One good aerial up air, one good aerial. So that's a problem there. The thing is the higher your percent and the less airtime you have, the less intangibility you get. So because he's what a confirm.
Clean.
But Luma tried to trump a trump motion to intangibility of the Crash Bomber, but because his percent was really high and his airtime was 0, he had almost no extra invincibility. Like you can have, grabbing the ledge is a 20-frame animation that you're invincible for once the 2-frame window's over. However, the minimum invincibility in this game when you grab ledge is 22 frames. Like if you're at like 999 and do a ledge trump, you have 22 frames, and I think it cuts off at some point. I don't know where, if it's 150, it's whatever, but it's just 22. Max invincibility is almost 3 seconds if you're at 0 and you're flanking a Sora or something. So, obviously not including regrabs. Regrabs are all 0. All right, the Palutena did work better, so I fully respect staying with it. That was last hit.
Yeah.
And Luma already off to a fast start here with 61. It's going up too high for me to say the number, but Kasmir getting the reversal there. And that counter is something that Rob can't really do with arm rotor against the up air. So that would have killed. Sticking the ledge is pretty useful as Mega Man because it's not going to kill you unless you get hit with the weirdest stage like ever, but it is going to get people away from the ledge. And it can reset your up special. Not dead. Held in, didn't die. That's a little surprising. Got to DI that one out usually. Like there you'd want to only go a little out though because of the horizontal blast one. Calls out Kasmir not mashing.
Yeah.
They are sitting right next to each other. They can probably see that.
Even if you don't feel like matching, just fake it like you are, you know?
At least rotate your analog stick a little bit, especially if you don't need to DI the throw. If you need to DI the throw, I get it. Just like tap a couple buttons or something to make it sound like it. In this court throw, it doesn't matter much in majors where you're serene. And that's something relevant for these players to know about. Because they can make it to those top 3. Ooh! Plays like that, they can make it to top 8 of majors, I'm sure.
Yeah. This Palu looking pretty hot right now.
Oh yeah, super hot. I think Battlefield was a good pick. I mean, was the last game small Battlefield, or am I being dumb with it also Battlefield?
I believe it was small Battlefield.
Yeah, I think that extra top platform there really helping Luma extend his pressure with Palutena. It also gives him an extra place to land.
Oh! Fantastic call out there on the ledge shenanigans.
Oh, and that was really good coverage too, because the crash bomber was a way to discourage a warp to ledge. So that was a nice little, I'm going to make it so you don't want to go here and then cover where you are going to want to go. And, you know, we were talking about Luma was up 3 stocks 1, but Kasmir never says quit, to my knowledge. Well, I mean, he knows the word. He's
Clutchmere.
But he's not going to give up on it on any game. He's always down to just make a sick comeback. Kind of Bert the Dragon-esque. So, yeah, that down air was a little late there, but you can go for it anyway because it's so low lag. It's high startup, don't get me wrong, but the landing lag, ooh, good instant wall jump, double jump to air. Very strong option to fight your way off ledge if they try to cover your ledge jump. So, Metal Blade into up tilt will obviously kill here. Back air, ledge jump back air would have killed there. That's not going to because it's a little further in. Covers the ledge jump there with that flame, so it doesn't get it though. Covers the roll though, and we are last stock with Kasmir having shown a lot of X Factor this game. Luma showed it early on. We'll see if he can find it again, because he only needs 1 clean hit at this point. But the leaf shield, yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Speaking of clean hits, that'll do it.
Not every Kasmir dash attack is a misinput, but most of them are. So I think if someone told me to place a bet on whether that was a misinput or not, I would say yes.
But if you win misinput and win the game?
I mean, yeah, you got to take what you got. And you got to also take the punishes on the misinputs. Can't be giving stuff away. Game 4, though, the problem now is that Kasmir gets a counter pick to just make it that playing Palu. Like, I don't know what stages are bad for Palu per se, but if Kasmir does, then this could be a world of hurt. And I don't need to, because I play Cloud. Thank goodness. I just go to Kalos if they don't ban it, or like Hollow Bastion or Lilat or something. PS2 though, I mean, if you also got to just go where you're comfortable, and Kasmir very comfortable here. Wow, that Metal Blade did 12?
Wow.
I didn't know that. That hit like 3 times, but still. It's kind of wild. I mean, even with the 1v1 multiplier, that's kind of crazy. So, yeah, Kasmir looks very comfortable scrapping. Like after last game, he kind of had to, and it seems like he's carried that into game 4. So now that they're on even footing, Luma's going to have to make some adjustments, it looks like, or this could be a 3-1. But Kasmir, even when he's down, he's collecting data the whole time. He's really good at using it to turn entire sets around.
Up smash gonna take it.
Yeah, that move is frame 8, so a rising quarter will get punished if you don't have the. If you're not staying. Ooh! Combo 2 B moves and an A move. Can't get anything else, but hey, 23.8. That's like 1 cross slash. Lovely. I like measuring things in units of cross slash.
That's a pretty good metric, to be honest.
23.9% fresh.
Huh?
I don't know why he has that. It's really not. 32.7% fresh with limit, by the way.
He needs it.
That and 2-frame, it got buffed, and I've seen him 2-frame people with it before. It always looks silly, but you also just die at 80. I think that move is basically as strong as up tilt.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of damage, too. That's the big thing. Falls out a leaf shield there, which works out for Luma. Gets a good punish, but yeah, great down tilt. That down tilt launches upward if you're in the air, but it sends at a nasty angle on the ground. I mean, Luma fighting back and can easily open Mega Man up to close the percent gap, but this doesn't change being a kill percent. So, 1 error, and you're down a stock. That's not the error, though.
Yeah.
Second place bear, good option.
Not taking quite yet, but this damage is racking up.
Yeah.
More and more things are going to kill.
Low-key, this is fine for Luma, though, because you were still at kill percent to a lot of cheesy stuff before. You're at kill percent to less cheesy stuff, but you got your 50.
Yeah.
And you might get your stock too.
Oh, he is going to get that stock. That is a good trade.
I had to delay it long enough that it trades, but yes, 180 to 60, that's always going to be, you'll take that as any character against anyone. That stock had lived well past its expected lifespan. And this is what made people think Mega Man had a hard time against Palu to start the game. Those nair turns. Ooh, reads the spot dodge, but tries to cover a roll after, or just overruns the spot dodge. And Luma exploding after that down air, and suddenly we might be seeing game 5.
Yeah. This is a strong advance hit, and that's going to be the stock. Down to
That's
back air.
not supposed to combo anymore, but I guess it does sometimes.
Yeah?
Or it might have not been perfect DI out. All right, game 5. Good set.
All right.
Chat enjoying that. Oh, Mega Luma. That's good to know about. That's a little scary. I do not know when Luma's Kylo got crazy, but I assume it was a response to Mega Man or some other problematic matchup like, I'm going to guess Bayo? I don't even know if Palu Bayo's good, though. Pikachu? No, that's not good either. What does Palu cover for Rob besides this?
Falco?
Yeah, okay. I'll buy it. And sometimes it's just fun, right?
Yeah.
It's always it's a game, you gotta have fun with it. We're gonna have fun casting this game 5, though.
Absolutely.
Back to Battlefield, interesting pick from Kasmir. I'm not sure the reasoning for it. Maybe it's because he was making all the adaptations in game 3, and it's like I can use those again here. And try to play the end of game 3 the whole time in game 5 and just win this set. Good DI on the flamethrower quarter. You want to DI that down. Because normally you don't want to DI flamethrower that far down. But off the up air, if you DI in it, it rockets you upward and you just explode. That could have killed him with bad DI. Falling up air is so threatening.
I love this falling up air mix-ups on shield.
It's even better against tall characters. It's not super effective against, say, Pikachu, but footstool?
Oh, footstool down air, let's go!
I think that's like almost it's almost free, but it's not exactly. You still have to make sure you're just standing there. So good on Kasmir to make sure not to drop that, because that would have been a problem. Because then he's re-grabbing ledge and yeah.
And just getting the kill is nice.
Yes.
I think we can all agree.
Wow, and yeah, Mega Man's air drift is really good, so trumping him tends to be somewhat less effective than a lot of the rest of the cast. You can still get a punish off sometimes with like a drop in air if your nair is big, which Palu has. But if you want that bear, it's going to be really hard to confirm that, unless you get an early trump. And Kasmir, pristine spacing, understanding that you can only swing so far, and if I just stand a little bit back. Also recognize that Luma has been neutral standing a decent bit and covers it. I would have missed that, I'll admit, but Kasmir does not. Or didn't there, at least. Oh, great punish, though.
No attack.
And Luma has had some explosive stocks before. Remember, can also end the set with one of those crazy downers we've been seeing, so Kasmir cannot flee. I've never actually seen someone spike Kasmir this often. I'm not going to lie. It's really impressive. The Leaf Shield comes through for Kasmir, though, and he's going to get back to neutral, which is where Mega Man shines, even against Palu. And as long as Kasmir keeps the damage equitable, he's got a spare stock in the pocket that could be the game decider. Thanks to that awesome up tilt he got on the second stock. Oh. Waits the counter out, and that's going to be the set 3-2. Kasmir very intelligent there.
Good set, good set.
I honestly, and Luma's like, there's no way you bait that counter. It's like, maybe he was baiting a spot dodge, right? Land spot dodge, baiting a shield and was going to grab if he saw shield, but he saw counter and readjusted his plan.
Yeah.
He may have also made a counter. I wouldn't put it past Kasmir. Hot set, though. I got to go blow my nose. I will be right back to keep casting if Trippy wants me. And if